Is your online coaching content getting you views but no clients? Or you've just run out of ideas and don't know what to post anymore? If that's you, you're not alone. I've posted over 400 reels, generated over 8 million organic views, and been studying hundreds of online coaches, and they all make the same mistakes. In this video, I'll show you exactly what's going wrong and what to post in your next videos so you actually get clients. So let's get into the video. So I'm super excited for today's video because content is the #1 question I get asked by all the online coaches. And so as a creator myself, I will be breaking down in full detail why your content isn't getting you clients as an online coach. And I will be focusing mainly on IG Reels and TikTok because they're the main platforms. And so let me just paint a scenario for you, which might be your case. Maybe you're posting random videos every day, depending on the mood. So you're gonna kind of come back home and you're like, I guess I feel like posting this. And then you just post whatever. And maybe you're not getting enough views from this. So you have videos that are mostly below like 1,000 views. You have some occasional views which spike, but then you don't really know why. And then for the videos that do well, you get the views, but there's no actual client conversion. So that doesn't convert into actual messages. And if that's your case, well, I got lucky news for you because that's what we're covering today. And so I will be breaking down this part into 3 points: the posting system, what should you actually post, and targeting a specific avatar. And please stay tuned for the whole video because every single point is so important. And if you miss one, your content will just not be as good. And so let's dive into the first one. The posting system. How many times are you actually posting? Right? If I literally told you how many times have you posted these past 7 days? Literally, like, how many did you do yesterday, the day before? Can you tell me every day what you posted? And are you tracking that down? Because if you're not, you need to be. And following on from that, are you tracking your posts? So are you tracking like which reels did well, which reels didn't do well? And then lastly, are you analyzing your posts? So are you tracking why reels did well and what you could improve from that? And if any of your answers were no to these questions, then you're doing something wrong because you need to start tracking. And so the reason why you want to be tracking is you need to be doing stuff that works. And if you systemize it and if you write down everything you do now, you save so much more effort for later because right now you're doing all the hard work, right? If you don't start tracking now, you're going to just keep having to post new stuff and like think of new stuff, and you're going to like hit a roadblock at one point. And also it just means once you systemize everything and once you have like a bank of stuff you know that does well, then it's much more easier down the line. And it just saves you so much time later on. And so it's more of a long-term thing. And the way I would recommend systemizing is 2 softwares, Notion and Google Docs. So I personally use Notion. This is not my own template, by the way, but I have a template for both content planning and also tracking how well the content does. So, I mean, if you want any of those, please DM me. But that's literally what I do. Note everything down, what I'm going to do and what I've already done. And so literally I can just open that spreadsheet or that table and I can be like, okay, this well this week, boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to just make sure to double down on the ones that do well. And I'm going to talk about that a bit later on. But that's super important. Because if you don't have like the numbers, you're literally just doing guesswork. And that's the problem with not systemizing. You're just guessing what does well. And you'll be like, oh, I kind of think that last time it did well, but maybe your memory was wrong. Maybe that was just you. And so you don't want to leave any room for guesswork. And I have a big hack for kind of analyzing how well your Reels does. And that is through the Edits app. And this is some big sauce. Not a lot of creators know about this. And well, I know because I'm a creator. And so what you can do is this is an app by Instagram. And actually the biggest perk of it is you can go to an Insights tab and you can have a compilation of all your reels and you can see which ones had a lot of views and then which ones had like a lot of retention. And you can literally analyze one by one, and you can actually do that on the native app, but on Edits app, you literally can do it all like collectively. So as in you can compile all the videos and like analyze all of them in one go. whereas you have to go one by one on Instagram. So this is some really, really big hack, and I really recommend doing that. And if you see one particular video does well and it has a high retention and high hook, if you don't know what those mean, go back to my first video. You know that those work, and you need to double down on it, and we're going to talk about that. So what should you actually post? I need you to start using proven formats, aka what already works. And if you take away anything from this video, it would be this. So note this down. If, for example, you knew that you liked a fruit, right? Let's say you like oranges, and let's say you know you hate apples. Why would you keep buying like oranges and apples? You know what I mean? Just buy the oranges. You already know what you like and what works. And so that's what I need you to get into the mindset of. There's literally 0 point in posting stuff that you know is not going to work. And so that's why, again, I need to iterate that you need to track your things. And so, for example, there are 2 ways you could kind of do this. I would say with proven formats, you can either use your own ones. So for example, if you know a particular video of yours did well, you can kind of use that. Or if in another niche, right? So in the fitness niche, because this is if you're a fitness coach, by the way, you can literally use a video that already did well in the fitness niche and use it to yours. And so I will literally break down the process of how you would do it. So I'm on Instagram right now, right? You're familiar with this homepage. You see this search and reels button. Literally, I'm going to sit down. Boom. I'm going to look at these videos. Which ones did well? So if they're like over like 1 million views, I would say obviously those are pretty good. And if they have like a high number of likes, I would say that's also good. And so you would click the ones that you think are very good, that you could fit into your own niche, so that you could twist. And so essentially an example would be like, let's say I'm a fitness coach, so meal prep. You know that this hook works because this guy got, what, 460k views. And so if I'm, for example, a blue collar worker, I can literally just do the same video, but twist it to myself. So I would say meal prep with a blue collar worker, but make sure to copy the exact same way he formats his text. So this, I would do this, and I would talk about the 6 days and the grams of protein. But obviously it will be different because you have a different video. But make sure not to just rip things straight off. But the thing is, when you talk about your own story, it will always be different because you have your unique footage and your unique audio. So just twist something within the niche that is already doing well into your own niche. And a pro tip is to use hooks from other niches. The reason for that is if you're already seeing a trend in your niche, that means you're already behind. So some people will have already seen it and it won't be as trending. But if you take another niche and twist it into your own, you're technically ahead of the curve. And that is a really, really pro tip to have really good engagement and have a proven content format that works. And so my last point would be targeting a specific avatar. And so I want you to think of one specific person that you would want to help within your online coaching. So literally think of that one person, whether it be a past client or like a friend that inspired you to kind of start, or like someone you were thinking of helping in mind before you start online coaching. And I want you to write down every detail. I need you to pause this video and literally write down Bob, right? I'm going to pretend this guy's called Bob. How old is he? What are his hobbies? What is his daily routine? These are only 3 questions, but I want you to go really, really in detail. Like write down what he eats, what brand meals he eats, like literally what kind of clothing he wears. For example, does he wear streetwear? Like literally down to the minute details. And the reason for that is the more specific you can get in your head, the more directly you can speak out to that specific audience. And the more specific you are, you think it will have less views, but actually because you're so targeted in your kind of like conveying of the message, you actually do better and it'll convert better. That's the most important thing, because our goal is to get more clients. And so literally for my case, I would literally write down everything. So this is not even everything, but this is a small segment of what I wrote. So I'm obviously targeting online fitness coaches. So I'm going to write 25 to 40-year-old. They're UK based or US based. They used to coach in person, now started their own business. They post on IG like 2 to 4 times a week. They're jacked. Like literally, I'm writing down absolutely everything that I can think of. And this is super, super useful in the long term, because when you do videos again, you will be speaking directly to them. And so what would this look like also in a bio? You might have noticed that some people kind of like have a very generic bio. This might be you. You'd be like helping people reach their fitness goal. Like, what does that mean? Who is that targeting? You're literally targeting the whole entire like kind of like audience of people who want to get fit. And the problem with that is if you target everyone, you're targeting no one. And that's why you have to just target a specific person first. For example, this is great because this guy is like, I turn Asian creators or coaches into CEOs. He's obviously targeting directly Asians who are coaches. This guy is literally saying he's helped gym goers drop 5 kg of fat, build 3 kg of muscle in 120 days. So if someone wanted to lose that specific amount, they'd be like, oh, okay, this is me. But not everyone is going to be saying this is me when they see helping busy people lose weight without starving. Actually, this is not too bad, but like even this, or like reach their fitness goals. Like, come on, like that's everyone. So they need to be screaming like, oh, that's me, right? And that would be a great example of a bio. And you want to do that obviously with your content as well. When they start seeing the videos, they need to be like, wow, wait, this guy's low-key talking about me. And so I would say that is like one of the most important things. And that's pretty much it for this video. Like in summary, you need to have a posting system, right? So you need to absolutely write down everything that you have been posting or will post. You need to be posting with proven formats, and then you should target a specific avatar. And those are the 3 main points. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, obviously I have a Calendly link below. If you took away anything useful from this video, please just comment down below. And if you work with me one-on-one, obviously I'll dive into much more detail with each of these things. But if not, I hope you found this really useful, because the main point of me is just to like give you as much valuable information as possible. I'm trying to kind of show that like I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, please implement these systems and DM me if you find these useful. And I hope you enjoyed.